Yo, what's up guys, it's the Data X here and welcome back to Facts International. And in today's video I will be doing my personal review of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. So if you watched my video that I uploaded yesterday, I had said that I was making my predictions on the movie, and turns out I was right, kind of. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that other video that I uploaded yesterday. Well, by the time this video comes out. But anyways, we're first gonna start off with our characters. So basically, like in the movie, the first start off is like basically like from what I remember, it's Abby going. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a spoiler warning review. So if you haven't watched it, don't watch this video. Anyways, so the movie basically starts off with everybody going Fazbear crazy and how there's going to be a Faz Fest, and now everybody knows about what happened in the last movie about Freddy Fazbear and shit, and basically how the whole town is just Freddy Fazbear now, right? So basically, Abby goes to school. She tells people on the bus her story, and then people find it cool. And then there was this one thing in class. They're working on a science project, and some typical Goosebumps. She's trying to make like a robot for the science project, and she doesn't know what to do in time. She doesn't know how to make the robot in time, right? So obviously what she does is she obviously gets the animatronics to help her, but it's not the same location as the first one. It's a whole different location, right? It's a whole different location. And that's how I remember for this. And I'm not gonna give a summary on the good. I'm not gonna give like too much of a summary on what happened, but I'm gonna just get to the chase and tell you my favorite parts. So basically, where do I even start, bro? Where do I even start? Alright, so first of all, right, I love the fact that we got Corey Kitchen again in the second movie, but where's Markiplier? Like, I feel like he's just not even there. Like what's up with bro? He's the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. Why is he not in the movie? Like, he was supposed to been in the movie since the first one. Like, is he just never gonna be in the movies? Like, as the king of Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, what's up? This motherfucker was moving like Prom King Vaughn. Like, this whole movie, bro, the puppet was moving like Prom King Vaughn. I like the opening scene of the movie where it shows like William Afton killing the kids. I feel like that was the best part of the movie, was the opening scene and how it started and shit like that. I feel like showing how William Afton was luring the kid in the back room was creepy. It was eerie, and it showed a lot of tension for how the movie should be and stuff like that, right? And I love that it gave the background of how Charlotte got killed and stuff like that, and how her spirit obviously got linked with the puppet, and she fell down the trap hole, right? She fell down the trap hole and became one with the puppet. So now she haunts the music, the big ass music box, the marionette, and Vanessa, as you can see right here, she put Charlie into sleep with a music box, and she was, I guess, Charlotte's old best friend. So what I also like about this movie is I'm gonna get to you later more, bro. We got a Circus Baby cameo. Who would have thought that we would have got a Circus Baby cameo in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, bro? Who would have thought, bro? Who would have thought? But yes, bro, we got a whole Circus Baby like fucking cameo, and the way how she was looking at Vanessa in the flashback was insane. And I like the references of Shadow Bonnie, but I feel like as a Five Nights at Freddy's 2, if Golden Freddy was in the first one, he should have definitely been in the second one, especially with the Golden Freddy. I really feel like he should have been in the movie, and I feel like Shadow Freddy should have also been in the movie. Where was these two at? This was fire. My whole theater was clapping and was like, oh shit. But there was nothing of these two. And what else can I talk about? So I talked about this already. So basically, I'm gonna get to this later, matter of fact. And I like how Toy Chica is mainly used in the second movie because I ain't gonna lie, basically what it was is the Toy Chica was like basically like the main character of like the second primary antagonist. Like she was talking the most out of all the toy animatronics, and she was the most active out of the most out of all the animatronics. And she had a kill, bro. Her kill was funny, talking about some, oh, I want to see what's going on in your head, and then crushes the science teacher's head. That science teacher was a dickhead. He deserved it. I'm glad that death scene happened, bro. He was being an asshole to Abby, bro. And then yeah, she was just the main character. Megan Fox did a good job on her voice. It's exactly how I think Toy Chica would have sounded like, honestly. And Matt Pat, bro, ain't gonna lie, you did not sound like. I did not hear no Matt Pat from Toy Bunny. I'm not gonna lie. So this right here, right? So this was true. Bonnie and Mango fight. Boom, 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 boom. He kills Mango and stuff like that. And then it's basically a We Are FNAF. It's literally the FNAF, the Financial Funkies animation, where it's like the regular animatronics versus the toy animatronics, and then the regular animatronics actually defeat the toy animatronics and rip their heads off, and then boom, bomb, bomb. That's what he does to Mango right there, right? So also, yo, this is where I get to hear. So I like how in the actual movie, Freddy actually does this exact pose. Like, it actually fits into the actual movie. He does this exact pose when he put on the mask. The mask was utilized very well in the movie. I will say that. It was utilized very, 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 very well in the movie. And I like how it actually showed the game mechanics from the actual game to the movie and incorporated that. And how it shows how the animatronics actually, like I guess, like, facial recognition scan didn't go away. That's what I really like. And yeah, I'm just glad that it's just cool that they added like a thing from the game into the movie. More, what else? Oh yeah, the dream sequences of these two. Yeah, I like the dream sequences. I'm not even gonna lie. The dream sequences was fake cool, with Vanessa dreaming about William Afton and how she was scared of her dad, and she's doesn't want like anything to do with William Afton in her past or whatever. And it's just the screen sequences was actually scary. Oh yeah, this movie was also scarier than the first one. Definitely, it was definitely scarier than the first one. It was definitely more action packed, and I will say it was more like crazy. Like, it was more like up. The first one was kind of dull compared to this one, and it had more action in this movie. So this motherfucker right here, we got Prime King Vaughn ass trying to marionette, and she was Prime King Vaughn at marionette. Bro, this marionette was crazy, taking out bodies left and right, possessing everybody. She possesses all these animatronics, by the way, all of them. She possesses all of them, by the way, right? So as she was moving like Prime King Vaughn, bro, like, she was possessing Abby. And this was crazy. She possessed Abby. She possessed that other girl, that news reporter. When they came, the first people who came in the Patriot, that news reporter. Then at the end of the movie, she possesses Vanessa, and then left on the cliffhanger. And we'll have to see how that happens with the third movie. Now, I will say, for this movie, is definitely for the fans. This movie is definitely for the fans. This movie is definitely a FNAF fan movie. Like, if you're a FNAF fan, you're definitely gonna get it. But if you're not a FNAF fan, you're gonna literally be lost. Like, for example, I was watching it with my girlfriend yesterday, and she was fake kind of lost, but like, she kind of picked it up though. Like, that's the thing. Like, you could kind of pick it up though from like what the audience says or what I told her, because like I told her that, like, you know, like, this shit is like, basically gave her quick explanations of certain stuff because she was fake kind of lost. So that's a prime example right there that this movie was for the fans, because she was confused. So that's probably why this movie got such a low score on the thingamajig and stuff like that. Now, last but certainly not least, Michael Afton. Yo, this character is so cool. I hope he gets explored more in the third movie and in the future. Like, for example, if we ever get a sister location movie, I definitely want to see his character play in it. Hopefully you get to see the scene where he gets scooped by Ennard and stuff like that, and like he enters inside him and stuff like that. Pause. But anyways, like, it's like just basically the sister location lore. And it's crazy how, it got revealed that he is Michael Afton, and how that's Vanessa's brother, and how they're both children of William Afton. They're like, and he tries to convince Vanessa to join him, and Vanessa was like, no, I'm good. I am already home where my family's at, this, that, the third. And then Mike was basically dubbing her shit, though. At the end of the movie, after this nigga got knocked out, he was dubbing her shit. He was just basically like, yo, I don't trust you no more. I don't trust you no more. And she was like, why? And he was like, no, I can't trust you. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. No. Took Abby. They're both together, right? And she's like, Then Prime King Von Head Ass comes in the picture and boom, possesses her. And now she's the main threat, I guess, for the third movie, right? So now this is where I think, oh yeah, and then at the end of the movie, post-credit scene, Springtrap gets reviewed. My son Springtrap gets reviewed. He gets shown off. And that's pretty cool, I think. But yeah, like, this is my review of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. I think I didn't leave anything important. I don't think I left anything important out. So it was definitely better. It was definitely scarier. It was definitely more action packed. It gave in some lore, but it was mad confusing, because it's like, first of all, how did the regular animatronics from the first movie not get damaged from the big, like, collapsation from the fucking pizzeria getting destroyed? Like, how are they still, like, intact? That's my main question. Second of all, they tease Faz Fest, because I ain't gonna lie, I thought Faz Fest was gonna be the main plot point of the movie, where it's gonna be like a massacre and shit like that at Faz Fest. But, like, they didn't do nothing with Faz Fest at all. Like, I noticed that. Like, they hinted Faz Fest since the very, very, very beginning of the movie. And in the trailer, it showed Faz Fest. Like, I thought Faz Fest was going to be more of a thing there, I thought everybody was going to show, like, everybody was going to be at Faz Fest. Then the animatronics come. And when the animatronics come, they just, like, start killing everybody. Well, I don't know if they was going to let that slide in this movie, but, like, that's what I thought, like, the main point of this movie was going to be at Faz Fest. And then, Michael Afton is trying to exceed his plan, but Faz Fest didn't get to go to use, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, and then also, I just feel like the movie could have been longer. Like, I feel like there was a lot of action, but I feel like the action was kind of short. Like, I feel like the action was supposed to be longer, but, like, it got cut off so they can fit the rest in for the third movie. Like, this movie is shorter than the first one. I feel like if it was like 2 hours, they could have got more of what they want and make the lore more or less confusing. And yeah, I feel like for the third movie, it definitely needs to be longer. And also, Henry, I ain't gonna lie, they need to make Henry a more important character. We only got like a max of like 5 minutes of screen time for him. Like, he didn't, like, stand out to me, he just felt like a regular guy talking about the murders of William Afton, but, like, he didn't give us no implication of who he was, if he was his business partner or whatever at first. I know there was the post-credit scene at the end where he does in the voice message and he fucking dies in the voice message, which makes no sense, because it's like, how you just gonna let him get 5 minutes of screen time and then this nigga dies at the post-credit, some shit like that. But I feel like this movie was definitely better than the first one. It had its flaws. I wish it was longer. And it had some plot points that could have been better. The writing could have been better. And, oh yes, one thing I will mention. I loved the meme that they added. Like, if you're hearing this, you're a genius. And that's why I'm going to end the video.